Hi, Professor Kukral here again. You know, tourism and travel is one of the fastest growing industries of our century and of our times. Why? Because people have more money, people have more flexible time, people have more interest in going places and doing stuff than ever before. Leisure time activities fills our free time, whether it's watching sports or going hiking or camping or sitting on a beach or going on a cruise or traveling to Europe or going to the Himalayas. People do that more now than ever, especially Americans and Europeans and Japanese and other affluent cultures. I meet a lot of people from Saudi Arabia traveling in different places. Okay, so where am I at here? If we look at where I'm at here, we're looking at Haystack Rock. Let me turn around so you can get a better view of it, maybe. Okay? There it is. Haystack Rock is probably the best known feature on the coast here of Oregon. And we're at a town called Cannon Beach. Maybe some of you have been here. There's many Haystack Rocks. There's about 14 of them on the coast of Oregon. They're all protected places. This one is the one known as Haystack Rock that most people think about. Look at the people down there. See the people? Zzz. Zoom in a little bit. Okay, again, this is a bird sanctuary. You can't go out there on the rock. It's protected. There's people down there keeping you off of it too, because you can walk right up to the base, which maybe we'll do a little bit later. What's interesting is how people build homes in zones that are maybe not the best places to build, because there's natural hazards that could hit us anytime. In Indiana, in the Midwest, what are the big natural hazards that we face? The natural hazards that hit us are tornadoes, cyclonic storms. We also have flooding in the Midwest that takes more lives than anything else. The same is true in many parts of the world where there's great river systems. What do we have out here? We have threat from tsunami, which the last big tsunami that hit here was in the year 1700. So it's been a pretty long time, but there's not a lot of places to escape from if it's coming in. And you probably have about a 15-minute warning, or 20 minutes, or maybe none at all if you're asleep during the night. But that's the only risk you really take on the coast, living on the coast here. Again, this is one of those features that's a remnant of hundreds of millions of years ago of eruptions and basalt rock, igneous rock, that is what's left after so much erosion after centuries and centuries. Okay, so we'll go down to Haystack Rock a little bit later today, and I want you to think about hazard zones where there's natural hazards, physical hazards of the earth. What are they? Well, there's fire, there's lightning, there's flooding, which takes more lives than about anything else. There's avalanches, there's mudslides, there's landslides. There's all kinds of things that destroy human activity and human life that are threats, okay? One of the worst is heat, and we forget about heat, but when there's big heat waves in urban areas, thousands of people can die. It's happened in the past, not that long ago, in Paris and other cities. Sometimes we forget about that. We usually think of something more dramatic, like a tornado or a hurricane or something like that when we think about natural hazards, or an earthquake. We're in an earthquake zone out here, and earthquakes are what triggers a tsunami. Okay, an earthquake can be way out there in the ocean where there's a fault line underneath, and that can have a big impact on, of course, tidal waves. A tsunami or tidal wave is not one big wave. It's a series of waves that come in. It's a series of water at a high rate, high speed that comes into land right here. So anyways, there I am again. So yeah, I'm out here, and I'm probably on someone's property. They probably don't like me standing here, but I thought it's a good spot right here. We're on the corner of Pacific and Hemlock Avenues in beautiful Cannon Beach, which is a place I don't come to often because it's really crowded. That's a problem with lots of people like to visit, but it is a beautiful location. That's looking down the street right here. You can see some new construction going on. Okay, this is probably the most visited town on the coast of Oregon, Cannon Beach. One of the reasons why? Because one of the major highways from the city of Portland, the biggest city in the state, comes right out here to Seaside, which is by Cannon Beach. So it's easily accessible. It's a beautiful area. There's a state park just north of here, and we're going to go downtown a little bit, and you can see what downtown is like here and the impact of tourism. And people want to go where there's beautiful things to see and there's recreation. So let's go downtown a little bit. That'll be in my next video. Bye-bye.